Everyone should stop using Dangote products. Everybody should boycott Dangote. Hey. These are words flying around on Twitter. Like everybody's clamoring for people to boycott everything that has to do with Dangote Group. But hold on, is that the solution? Let's dive into it. Hi, you're welcome on Uncut with Eyes. Here we say it unfiltered, raw, and truth. Dangote. Let's talk about Dangote first. Is Dangote entirely at fault in this situation? No. Is he at fault? Yes. Let me run you through this. Dangote himself did not go to the office himself to foresee all these operations. He, of course, has people that he has employed to foresee all the operations in the company. But will Dangote be blamed if anything goes wrong? Yes. Why? He owns the company. He's the personality, yeah. He's the easy target because he's the company and he's very popular. Definitely, target will be on his back. But is he entirely at fault? Of course not. Because Dangote himself is not the one that drove the truck that hit road. But what are his fault? I will talk about that later. Now let's talk about Dangote Group itself. Dangote basically produces everything that we consume in Nigeria. Dangote, they're actually the owner of sugar, cement, whatnot, everything we consume. So Dangote himself has provided opportunities for people, job opportunities for a lot of people because it's it's a multi-international company. So, however, a company that the citizen has given so much, what does it have to do with citizens? Security, safety, accountability. So we cannot say Dangote products should be entirely boycott. When you say boycott Dangote, you are saying create unemployment for people. Because those people that he has employed, if you people stop patronizing him, what will happen to them? Joblessness. In a country whereby the economy is struggling. Of course, we do not want that added to the already known problems in the country. Because imagine if Dangote asks, okay, if you everybody boycott Dangote, everybody stop purchasing from Dangote, of course, they have to let go of his staffs. Where did they go? Jobless, right? Then, case of kidnapping, crime rates will increase. So, this man has given so much to the society. I'm not saying give them cash, but he created a job opportunity. So, should we crucify him for this? Maybe, maybe not. Fine. Now, let's talk about the driver. Where had Dangote fought in this? Dangote Group per se. I'm not saying Aliko Dangote himself. I'm saying the company as a whole. First off, employing someone that does not have a license, it shows incompetency. It shows lack of empathy on passerby. Because someone that does not know how to drive, does not go to school, does not have the idea of safe driving rather, how do you expect them to behave well on steering? First off, they employ someone that does not have a license. Secondly, they do not vet their staffs properly. Because if they do vet their staff properly, they wouldn't employ somebody like that. Now let's talk about the family, the victim. Over the years, I went on Dangote post yesterday, and his post on Instagram, and he has about 9,000 comments, 9,000 plus, yeah. And everybody was just saying the experiences about the truck, people that the drivers are rendered fatherless, motherless, sisterless, brotherless, people that the Dangote truck has killed one of the family members, whatever. The whole conversation was full of stories. And that is quite very pathetic. It's very bad. But however, how do we move forward in all of this? How do we move forward in all of this? The family that has this issue, I feel sorry for them because it's quite a very pathetic situation. Nobody would want the family member to go, and the way Ruth left was quite pathetic, and it's so sorry. It's a sorry situation. Like, there's nothing anybody could do, really. I'm sure if Fina or the family could do anything more than that, they would have done it. So what is Dangote fault in all of this? First, employing personal that have, like I said earlier, and may probably not swift into action on time. Maybe, let's say maybe if they had responded earlier, if they had flown routes abroad earlier, maybe would have survived. But route situation, according to what the sister had told the internet, we all know is quite 50-50 chances. Whether she's flown away or here, is the survival rate is quite very, very slim. So should we now boycott Dangote? I'm not sure. But should Dangote Group do right by the family? Definitely. What do I mean by do right by the family? Of course, they said FINA requested for 200 billion according to what they said on the internet. If it's a international country, 200 billion is not even what we're talking about. We're talking about millions of dollars right here. But in all of this one requested for 200 billion, this one requested for blah 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 blah. In all of this, I just wish Dangote Group and Fina's family can reach a compromise, yeah, and just sort this out amicably. The company should do right, because Ruth has children, of course. She has 8-month baby, and of course the other one as well. So she has responsibility that she left behind. So the company should do right by the family. And how do we move past all of this? They should start vetting the staff properly. All the driver must have a license, and they should stop drinking while driving. Because there's no way you'll be intoxicated and tell me you will drive right. Even you that say, oh, I go to club, I drink. When you're doing steering, there's a way your hand controls the steering. You that are already under influence, and someone that's not under influence, you won't drive the same way. That's just the great truth. So how do you move past all of this? Taking accountability first off, especially the Root family, they have to do right by them. And every other victim that's quite visible, they should do right by them. And vetting their staffs. But boycotting the company, boycotting the product, I feel that's going to have a very bad impact on everybody. But moving forward, I hope all our truck drivers drive safely. I hope they drive humanly, believing that every passerby has a family that they're answerable to. And I hope moving forward, this will stop occurring. Peace out.